Hello, happy Friday, everyone. This is Farida. I talk about living a life of ease through remote work, travel, and financial independence. I hope everybody had a great new year and is doing well this Friday. I am just coming back from a wonderful walk in the park and really enjoying this beautiful 68-degree weather. It is so nice. I am so happy. And hopefully, you guys can hear me. I do not want to put this headphone on, but my phone, my computer volume is kind of crazy at times and doesn't want to work unless the headphones are plugged in. So I'm going to just hold it in my hands and we're just going to roll from there. All right. Yay. If you are listening in the chat, type in where you're listening from. And if you are on this journey for remote work, escaping the rat race, living a life of ease, please let me know what you are doing this year to make that happen. For me, I am continuing with looking for remote jobs that are outside of the country and planning retreats for sisters. We have got our sisters retreat already live and ready to go, and I'm so excited. So this year we are going to Turkey, and it's going to be on July 22nd. It is going to be a very intimate group, so make sure that you reserve your spots early. We're going to see all the beauties of Istanbul. We are going to do our 7 abundance archetypes. We're going to be talking about financial abundance, boundaries. It's going to be great. It's going to be really great. Last year, we had so many very pivotal conversations, and I think I cried more during last year's retreat than the whole year combined. So if you do not want to cry, this might not be for you. But if you're ready to let go and receive, please join us on July 22nd to July 27th in Istanbul, Turkey. And let's see if I can put the link in the chat. The link is in the description box. Let's see if I can put it in the chat as well. Sometimes YouTube does not like links. Oh, there it goes. All right, so there you have it. Check it out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. All right, so today is another Friday yapping and remote work session before I head off to hang out with family and friends and get some good Texas barbecue. That is the plan for today. We'll see how it pans out. And I'm just so excited. You know, the future is looking so bright. The apostille process for my Grenada citizenship is almost complete. You know, they are sending it to New York to have it verified. And then I should be able to pick up my apostille birth certificate in a couple of days. And then I will go ahead and ship that apostille birth certificate to Grenada to my lawyer. You know, she is fantastic, Miss Affy Ventur, amazing attorney. And then that's the last step. Then I will be officially 100% Grenadian. You know, some countries give you the passport before everything is done. So passport is done. So I am Grenadian. I can, you know, fly in and out. I can work in the country. I can live in the country. However, I want to get everything done officially for my children's sake as well for the future. So they have options. If they want to move to Grenada in the future at some point, they have the option of getting their citizenship as well. And, you know, and Popo, my little grandson, he can come and stay with his nanny and just have a nice time and swim in the ocean and have a good time in the islands. All right, so let me go ahead and let's read my comments over the last week. I had a very, very busy week of comments, and my beauties have written a lot that I wanted to address. Some very, very good information, comments, responses, and also thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you, Rudo. Thank you, Jace Nomad TV. She has Jace, or Jazz. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I dropped into her live the other day. She was on live with 2 or 3 other ladies, and it was just such a great discussion about, living your life on your terms, lessons you've learned, traveling, aging, aging fearlessly. It was just such a great conversation. So I'm just so excited to collaborate with Jazz or Jace. Jace Nomad TV. Check her out. She is amazing. She does a lot of solo travel, and she's so brave. So if you see this, Jace, I'm such a huge fan and cannot wait to collaborate with you and just be a part of the community. You guys are doing amazing things, and I love your collaboration videos. They're just so entertaining. All right, so thank you for subscribing. Sabrine Saeed, thank you. Zoe, TB, Dijon, Milorad, Rada, Ivan, Marco, and Luca, thank you guys so much for subscribing. I appreciate you guys subscribing, supporting the channel, sending me my morning coffees, sending me my thanks from YouTube. Those all keep me going and keep me motivated to do my one video per day. I am so excited about continuing on this YouTube journey and doing it with ease. Like, if I don't feel like doing it, I don't do it. So the fact that I have put up a video every day means that I'm still enjoying the journey. So yeah, so just whatever I do, whether it's my retreats or it is, dealing with difficult people, or it is travel, or even content creation, it's going to be done with ease. I am not stressing about anything. And the same for 2026. For me, December, January, February is all about resting, and it's about kind of being like a mama bear. You know how they hibernate during the winter, and they do move around. They do get outside their caves during the winter, but everything is slowed down, and it's all about rest and renewal. And then in the spring, that's when I get my burst of energy, and then I jump into action and jump into, okay, what are my plans for the year? What do I want to do with the rest of the year? I don't even start planning for my year until March. I don't. January is not the beginning of my year. Sorry. It is March for me. To me, it just feels more natural for it to be March, because that's when everything is in bloom, everything is growing again, everything is coming alive again. And that's when I feel like I have my most energy. So it is definitely March for me. Everything that I do from December to February are things that I have already planned for in the previous year. And I just think that just makes way more sense than planning for a new year in the coldest and shortest and, you know, the most dreary days. That it just doesn't feel like a new year to me. So, all right, call me crazy, but that's how I feel. It is what it is. So March is going to be when I start, really planning for the new year that I'm in. All right, let me get to these comments. Um, okay. This one was from Jace Nomad TV. She was replying to my video, A Life of Ease Acceptance. That was a really, really difficult video to make. It was about accepting my mistakes, accountability, giving myself grace, moving forward, and trying to do things better the second time around. And she wrote, "Thank you for this video. Letting go of what is not serving us and making ourselves the priority and self-care being needs to be a part of our vocabulary. This is my promise to myself for 2026." And just looking at her channel, she is prioritizing that self care. She is, already has her trips for the year planned out all the way to like the middle of the year. And I'm like, how? I'm still, drifting off of the remnants of 2025. But Jace Nomad TV, she is moving and just has so many get-togethers and trips planned for the new year. And for me, I just have, I have a Houston trip coming up to spend some time with my grandmother while my mom is out of the country visiting, Africa, West Africa, and, doing her thing. Parents these days, they don't even ask permission before they do stuff. They just go out and do what they want to do. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, so I have a trip to Houston planned for January this month. And for February, I have a trip to Mecca and Medina planned. That all of those things have been planned from last year. There has been actually no planning for trips for this year. Even the retreat, the planning has started last year. And I mean, my partner is so fabulous that there's really not much for me to do except for me to get my presentation together and, help with the, booking the things and the activities. So it's really such an ease-filled, partnership. I really, really love it. So, yes, thank you so much for your comment. I have been on a journey to forgive myself for when times came up where I should have stood up for what was right. I should have been the odd one out. I should have been the one who received reprimands and maybe negative consequences for my standing up for my beliefs. But I never did. I always just you know went along to get along, as they say. And professionally, it helped a whole lot. But, ethically, morally, spiritually, it did a lot of damage and transferred over into my private life as well. So now that I am setting boundaries and having standards and not accepting less for myself, it's so scary and it's so foreign. And people are like, wait, what? You're the yes person and now you have like all these rules. So, and it can be really hard not going all the way in the opposite direction of just being no to everything. Just being ridiculously strict and rigid. So all that to say is it's just been so nice to have those boundaries, have those standards and expectations, and be the friend and the neighbor that I want. And, give of myself, give up my time, be that big sister to a lot of the sisters in the community here in Texas. It has been it has been really nice. It has been really, really nice. And then in turn, be, you know, able to receive, someone offered to take me out to eat and treat me. And it was so hard. It was so awkward because honestly, I'm the one who's used to treating, I'm the one who's used to giving. And for them to want to treat me and gift me and host me in their home, it's like, ugh, what can I give them back? So it's been so nice to be able to receive. And when you give of yourself and you give of your time and you give of your heart to people, and you're used to not getting the same in return, it's a little bit weird to get that back. And the fact that I've been getting that back and more has just kind of taken me aback, but it's so nice and I'm learning to get used to it. So, yes. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jazz, for that comment. I cannot wait to work with you. I cannot wait to collaborate and have some fun with you and join your amazing community. Okay, let's look at the next comment. I have so much stuff on my phone. All right, this comment is from my mutual balance muse. She is really into cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence, large language models to make her life easier and to make money as well. And she's really cool. Check her out if you are into that sort of thing. For me, like I kind of stick to things that I understand, and I finally understand stocks and ETFs and index funds. So that's kind of where I place my money. I understand what a 401k is. So I put my money in the 401k. I understand what stocks are. I understand that I'm buying a piece of a company. And I'll buy stocks for things like Target. I understand Target. Traeger grills because I've used a Traeger grill and I like it. And things that I just totally get and totally understand. So for people out there deep diving and learning new things, y'all are amazing. You guys are amazing. And I am in awe of you. So she says on my Move Abroad Contender Albania video. Ugh, Albania. I want to go to Tirana and Saranda, Albania, and just live for, 6 months to a year, visa free. I would love that. There are so many benefits of Albania. The lifestyle, the environment, the food, it's all my vibe. It is so my vibe. And she wrote, love, love, love these deep dives on location research. I'm already seeing potential monetization methods. More, please. And yes, ma'am, I am definitely going to do more. I love researching countries and then doing scouting trips and, possible additional passports. I really want one more passport, one more residency option besides Grenada. And that's simply because Grenada's healthcare is not up to where I would like it to be for the long term at this time. So if I can get one more passport, that would be fantastic. And I'm looking at, Albania, Panama, Mexico, Malaysia. Nothing's really off limits right now, except for, somewhere that's, a war zone or something like the Ukraine. I'm not going to do a country that's, actively having a war. But other than that, I'm open. I am open. And K to the K said in my comment about Grenada getting my docs apostilled, she writes, "Hey, so the photo just notarized and the birth certificate apostilled, right? Thanks." And she has a picture of the Grenada flag in her avatar. So I'm guessing she is a descendant, possibly. Yeah. So if she is a descendant, then the steps are very, very simple. As of today, you simply fill out the application form, pay your fee. They have like a fee, exact amount is in my second Grenada citizenship video, I believe. And then you get those passport pictures. Make sure your ears are uncovered. Shouldn't be a problem. My ears, oof, child. Oof, it's a rough picture. It is a rough picture. I'm not even going to hold you. The picture is pretty rough. But yeah. And then, you get that health certificate from a doctor. You go and, you talk to someone of good standing in Grenada to attest that you are an upstanding citizen. And yeah, and then you get the birth certificate apostilled. That's about it. Oh yeah, and provide, your documents of marriage, divorce papers, or being a widow. So, provide that documentation, and they'll let you know if you need anything else or if the rules have changed. So there's nothing to really, it's all there in the paperwork. So if you have everything in the paperwork, then you're good, because you'll find out once you get there that you didn't even need all that. So becoming a citizen of Grenada was very smooth, very easy, thank God, very fast. For a little bit of extra money, you can expedite the process. So my advice to UK is to just go to Grenada and go ahead and go on the ground, spend some time in the country, and go to the government offices in the botanical gardens. You'll see the offices there, and grand aunts, and just get it done right there. It's a very simple, fast, easy process. The most difficult thing is going to be climbing up them hills to get to the office. If you are an American, the hardest part of the process is simply climbing up them daggone hills. That is the hardest thing. Okay, I lost my spot, so let me find where I am. Okay, did that one. And oh my God, Little Mint Baina. Little Mint Baina. I've done quite a few interviews on the channel, but Little Mint Baina is the interview that got the most views of all of them. And it was just the one that was the easiest to do, didn't take any time. Very, very, you never know with YouTube. The things you put the least amount of effort in blow up the most. And congratulations, Bayina, on your Malaysia video. I saw it the other day. It is blowing up and going viral. Congratulations, girl. You are doing it out there in those Malaysia streets. So keep up the great work. And I love, love, love seeing your progress in Malaysia, seeing you make friends, seeing you come out of your shell and just really just chop it up, take the public transit, eat the food, and while you're learning and studying and learning the language, you are so brave and just such a cool girl. So keep it up. You're an amazing young woman, and I appreciate your support of the channel as I support your channel as well. And you wrote, regarding my Albania video as well, you wrote, I love this. I'm curious about different places around the world. Yes, yes, yes. Albania, I think you would enjoy it there. I have heard that for younger women, sometimes for younger black women, sometimes the men can be a little bit aggressive with the catcalls and the following and, the wanting to get to know you better. So I've seen that a lot in different videos. And, I'm a grandma, so I'm pretty comfortable that I'll be okay. But just as a younger woman, yeah, you might want to keep that in mind and just realize that the men are what a lot of people might consider overly friendly there. So just keep that in mind. Okay. I I have this weird obsession with the shape of people's heads, and yeah, so I have a video that I sent to my daughter with this guy with just this weirdest head, and we just talked about it for so long. Yeah, very, very, very bad behavior. So, yeah, let me delete that video. Not nice at all. Not nice. Okay. Let me delete the videos that I have like so many videos that I have published already to YouTube still on my phone. So I have to delete those as well so that I can have room to go ahead and edit more. Because I still haven't learned how to edit videos on my computer. I edit all my videos on my phone. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Any more videos? Any more comments? I mean. Okay. This comment is from Plenty of Chocolate. Thank you for subscribing, Plenty of Chocolate. And this is in response to the 5 always hiring remote companies. She says, thank you for your videos. I want to transit out of the stress of teaching to work from home jobs while working on business. I got a response back from Omaha. Very, very good company, Omaha Mutual, about taking the survey, but haven't heard anything back afterwards. Is it possible to work 2 remote jobs at the same time? I've heard a few people doing that and wondering if that's something you've done before. Absolutely. I've definitely worked 2 remote jobs at the same time. As long as they're not 2 similar jobs, then I would subscribe to it. I'm all about living a life of ease, not chaos. So I do not recommend, let's say, 2 phone jobs at the same time. 2 phone jobs, that'd be crazy and chaotic. So I already have a job right now where I'm on the phone and I'm in meetings talking to people. So I'm not going to apply to another job where I'm also on the phone during those same hours. So if it was a phone job, it would be probably during the weekends, a couple of hours a week, but not during the workday. No, because then I'm going to have conflict and clashes and it's going to be a problem. So it just depends on the type of job. Also, let's say you get hired for 2 medical companies where they're offering health services. They might have like a non-compete agreement that you might have to sign. So keep those things in mind. But I love double dipping. I love doubling up. One remote scoring job with Pearson doubled up with my job being an online mentor and coach. Perfect, because I can hop on and hop off of Pearson at any time throughout the day up till 11:59 p.m. at night. That makes sense. But not 2 jobs where I'm on the phone and getting worn out and tired and burnt out. No, this is about ease over here. This is not about burnout. So keep that in mind. And when you are pairing your 2 remote jobs, um, make sure that they're different, and one is a lot more loose and gives you a little bit more freedom than the other. Now, if they're both loose and free, that's great too, but at least one has to be loose, free, and give you that freedom and independence. Okay. All right, let's move on and see if there are any other comments. Oh, okay. Jace Nomad TV again replies to my 5 always hiring remote companies. She says, "Hey Farida, nice to meet you. I'm always looking for a company to work remotely as I travel all the time. Thank you for the information." Yay. Yay, I made a friend. I have another mutual now. So, yes, she has worked from all over Europe. She's been to Zanzibar, somewhere that I would love to visit. It looks so beautiful. Zanzibar is definitely on my list of places to visit. It is, one of those countries where the people seem really warm and welcoming and friendly, and the water is so crystal blue. The cities are so beautiful and picturesque, and the vibe just really seems to really match with my vibe. So I'm excited about that. I am excited about Zanzibar. Jazz made it sound really, really beautiful and really fun. Okay, I think that might be everything. Oh, okay. My friend on Facebook, T Mirage, wrote a comment on my Grenada scouting trip part 2. And she said, "We don't know where we will become citizens or expats. We also don't have any family in the Caribbean, but we know we got to get gone. For real, for real." I know that's right, T. You got it. We got to get gone because, or at least we have to have options. Definitely. Not everybody can move abroad. Not everybody has descent in Europe or Africa or the islands or South America. If you do, that is an easy way to start planning. If you don't, There are several countries around the world that offer citizenship and have very reasonable requirements. So look into it, do your homework, do your research, and every day just make a plan towards it. Administrations come and go, people come and go. Life gets good, life gets bad. We really shouldn't be having the mentality of running away from something. We really should have the mentality of running toward something. And that has kept me sane and kept me calm during these crazy times. I know that every step that I make on my Grenada journey is taking me towards a life of ease, fresh food, good air, people who look like me in charge of government. My prime minister Deacon, he looks like my cousin, you know? So I am looking forward to those things. I'm not looking at all the crazy things that are happening and feeling that fear and dread. Because if you operate in fear, then you're going to make some really silly mistakes. So just slow and steady wins the race. There's no competition. Everybody's trying to move towards a goal, whether it is living in a tiny house, whether it's moving from the big city to the doing some geo arbitrage and moving from California and New York to, Wiley, Texas, whether it is, going ahead and saving for retirement so that you are self sufficient. Whatever that goal is, it doesn't even have to be moving abroad or snowbirding. Whatever it is, take small, measured, consistent steps towards that goal. All right. I think that was the last comment. Let's see if it is. I have so many, like on my phone, I have so many ideas for future videos that I haven't, made into reality yet. But my mind just goes all over the place. So, so my phone kind of keeps me like centered, like, oh yeah, you want to try out this restaurant, you want to organize a girls brunch here, you want to do a video there, you want to learn more about this topic. So yeah, my phone is pretty much like my mind, kind of scattered. I'm learning more about FIRE, the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. There's just like the more you learn, the more you realize that you don't know. So it's just really, really fascinating to learn about the FIRE movement and the different types of fire and realize, oh my gosh, it's not too late. Even though, I started late, it is not too late. Even though I worked at parochial schools that didn't really have anything for us at that time, it's okay. Things will work out fine. All right, that is all the stuff for today. When it comes to that, when it comes to comments, thank you for all the wonderful comments. Keep them coming. I wake up every morning and I'll just look and see how many comments I have for the day. And even if it's a video I made 8 months ago, I will go back and I will respond to it. And it gives me such pleasure and so much joy to interact with my beauties. So thank you so much. All right, so today I'm going to be applying to a job called Centene Corporation. I've never heard of this corporation. It's Centene. All right, so let's see, what is Centene even about? I have such bad allergies today. I don't know what's going on outside. Centene, transforming the health of the communities we serve, one person at a time. Okay, so I will send the link in the chat in case you guys want to apply to Centene. It's a weird looking link. I don't know. It looks really, the link looks shady, y'all. But I promise it's not shady. But the link looks crazy. All right, so hopefully you click on that link and your computer's still working afterwards. All right, Centene's mission is focused on helping people live healthier lives. For 40 years, their company has worked tirelessly to increase access to affordable, high-quality health care to those who need it most. Every community and person has unique needs, and we strive for continuous improvement and expansion of our services. All right, so they're a healthcare company. So that's what they do. All right, so I'm going to go to Centene Careers or Jobs. Let's see, Jobs, yeah. And this link is a lot cleaner looking. Let me put that in the chat as well. And that link looks a lot better. All right, there you go. That link, yeah, it looks a lot less crazy. Okay. All right, so they have a jobs page. It looks like they have over 300 jobs. I'm going to click on the remote work only box on here, and that knocked out like 100 jobs, so that's good. And I'm going to see if they have any customer service related jobs or data input jobs. Quality improvement auditor, care manager. Let's see if I can type in customer service. Hopefully y'all can still hear me while I type. Customer service. Okay, they do have some customer service jobs. It says San Antonio. I do not live in San Antonio, so that's not going to work. Customer experience research strategist. Remote in Maryland and 7 other locations. They have a remote in Iowa position, Illinois, Kansas, Florida. They have one in Houston. Okay. Okay, let me click on one in my area. Sorry, y'all. I have some crazy allergies today. Okay, job type full-time. Whew, that's going to be hard. That is going to be hard. Apply now. And they ask you if you want to apply autofill with your resume. I always click that one because I applied for so many jobs in the past. Sometimes they have my resume actually stored from like years ago. It's crazy. And I'm just like, what? They already have my resume. Okay. They're asking me to verify my account. So you got to go to your Gmail to verify it. Okay. Yes. Went into my Gmail, verified my account, sign in. Autofill resume. Loving it. Loving it. Y'all know how it gets when it's time to find that resume. It's horrible. Okay. Wow. Look, I found it so fast this time. I'm so proud of myself. Yay. How did you hear about us on YouTube, actually? But they don't have that option. So I'll just put job board. Okay, they're going to ask for, if you do not have a resume to autofill, they're going to ask you for your name, your address, the state that you live in, Texas, your phone number, and they'll ask you to save and continue. Use a valid phone number format. Ugh, okay. What is the valid format for the phone number? Everybody has their own format that they like. Some just like it when you put all the numbers together. Just bunch them up. It loved it. It was like, this is how we want it. No dashes, no spaces. Okay, it's inputted my jobs, my job experience. It put in the dates. Okay, this one did really good. Okay, there's one that's missing a job title. Let me put that in. Teacher. Beautiful. Everything is looking good. Oh, one is missing a degree. That one was a bachelor's degree. Okay. Okay, I'm missing a field somewhere. So let me find it. Oh, degree. Two of them was missing a degree. Okay, let's see if anything else is missing. Nope. Moving on to the next portion is application questions. Application questions. Are you legally authorized to work in the United States? Yes. Will you need visa sponsorship? Do you have a non-compete agreement? That's what I was talking about. A lot of these health companies will ask you about a non-compete agreement with another health company. Do you have any relatives employed at the company? That's another thing you might want to think about. Are you a member of someone on the board? No. Have you Had any working relationships with a federal, state, or local government entity? No, I have not. Have you ever been employed by Centene? No. Then they ask you, what is your minimum base pay expectations for this role? And I always put something like $25 an hour. Probably knocks me right out of the contending. but that's what I want. So why ask me what I want if you don't want to know? Okay, now I'm doing the gender and the race questions and veteran status questions. No. Yes. Language is English. Okay, and today's date is January 2nd. And then they're asking like disability questions, which is optional. Okay, and they're saying they have an assessment required, and I will take that assessment later. Oh, they're saying take it now. Oh, okay. I will take the assessment now. Let's get started. In the last year, no, 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 no. This is not an assessment. This was like a survey about, like, have you accepted any type of, SNAP benefits and stuff like that. So I thought I was going to be doing some math problems, y'all. Some fractions and stuff. Okay, it says, thank you, application submitted. Yay. Okay, hopefully you all apply to an application with me. If not with Centene, hopefully with something. And let's just keep moving, keep striving, and not stressing too much. Just doing it with ease, doing it at your own pace, and making improvement every single day. All right, I will see you at the next Friday yapping session and for tomorrow's video as well. Have a great Friday. Bye.